Will India really become a superpower and Vishwa Guru?
फिर एक बार मेरी भारत माता विश्व गुरु के स्थान पर विराजमान हो।
Hi, ni hao, welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing well too. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe to my channel. Share with your friends and family. You can support me by buying me a coffee or a super thanks, and you can become a member of my channel. You have probably seen a countless articles and political claims about India becoming a superpower, a Vishwa Guru, and even surpassing the China and USA. But is it really possible? As a proud Indian, I believe in thinking critically and analyzing the current situation before making any bold claim. In this series, we will explore all the possibilities and the challenges that India faces on its path to become a global leader. This is the first video in our series where we will take a closer look at India's current situation and the truth behind these claims. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about India become a world superpower and surpassing China. But is it true? Let's discuss some major reasons why India is not yet on the path to become a superpower. Number one is pollution crisis. India is currently facing a massive pollution crisis. Major cities are highly polluted, whether it's air pollution, noise pollution, or water pollution. Even the capital, New Delhi, ranks among the most polluted city in the world. People are breathing toxic air, which is reducing life expectancy.
In some parts of Delhi, the air quality readings have crossed 1700. 1700. Let me put that in perspective. The advised level is between 0 and 100. So Delhi's air quality is 17 times worse than normal. Things are so bad that doctors are advising people to leave for being tax-paying, law-abiding citizens. Squid Games with bad air. But guess who's better off even now? It's the people we voted for, the people we selected to solve such problems.
Yet no one takes full responsibility to fix this crisis. India's rivers are filled with toxic chemical and untreated sewage. Even the Ganga river, visited by millions of tourists and pilgrims in cities like Varanasi, is heavily polluted. In 2014, the government launched the Namami Gange program to clean the river. But the sad reality is that even after 10 years, millions of liters of untreated sewage still flow into the river daily. Now let's look at China. At one point, China also suffered from severe pollution, but they took strong measures and became a global example of environmental recovery.
China is an example worth following. Look at what they did. Their skies looked exactly like Delhi in the last decade, smoggy, yellow and toxic. Do you know what Beijing's AQI is right now? It's 63. Shanghai is 38. They are well below global recommendations. How did they do it? With meaningful solutions apparently, like investing in electric vehicles, shutting down coal plants, turning cities into walking zones.
India must follow China's path if we truly cares about the people, health and environment. Second point I would say is economic reality. Many people claim that India is a very powerful economy and will soon surpass China, Japan and Germany. But is this true? Let's look at the numbers. In the year 2024, India's GDP $3.93 trillion, China's GDP 18.28 trillion USD dollars. Both countries have similar population size, yet China's economy is 5 times bigger than India's. Many Indians feels proud when reports rank India as the 5th largest economy. But in the reality, nothing changes for a common people. Basic necessities like jobs, infrastructure, and quality of life remains a struggle. Even if India reaches the 3rd position in GDP ranking, will it change anything for a common man? Compare it with Japan and Germany, countries with much smaller population but significantly higher GDP per capita. Their people earn more, live better, have stronger economies. Another issue is lack of innovation. China is investing heavily in AI and cutting-edge technologies like DeepSeek AI, EV automobiles and mobile technologies. The US is also a leader in innovations. Meanwhile, in India, we mainly focus on providing IT services to other countries rather than creating a world-changing innovations. Political parties are more interested in giving free to win elections rather than investing in long-term economic growth. With high taxes on middle class,
So we in India today pay taxes like England to get services like Somalia.
and limited support for startup, India's economy is not on the right path to become a superpower. The third point I would say is corruption. Sadly, the corruption has become an integral part of India's. Even for small tasks, people face scams and bribery. If you have ever dealt with government offices, you know how difficult it is to get things done without paying. Scam call centers operating from India have made international headlines, and we still do not have strict law to stop these criminals. Even many travelers making videos about scams in India. Which spoiling India's image in the world as nation of scammers. Now compare this with China, where strict law and harsh punishments have kept corruption under control. If India truly wants to become a superpower, we need to eradicate corruption at all the levels. Fourth point I would say is the lack of unity. From the outside, India may appear as the united country, but internally we are deeply divided. State versus central conflict, lack of coordination between state and central governments leads to inefficiency, caste, language and religious divisions, north versus south, east versus west. There are constant internal clashes based on identity.
No, we will not speak in Kannada.
If you are Indians, you can go to other states also. Hyderabad is there, Chennai is there. No, we are Kannadigas only.
Tamil Nadu Education Minister saying Hindi speakers sell pani puri in Tamil Nadu.
वो कमेंट मिलते हैं फिर लाइक कोई पीछे से बोल देता है यार चिंकी चाइनीज
They call us, yes, chinky, call us momos also, call us, Chinese. Sometimes they will just comment us with chow mein.
हमेशा हमारे साथ ऐसे ही होता है नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टूडेंट के साथ, स्पेशली दिल्ली में। यहाँ के लोग समझने को तैयार नहीं कि हम भी एक इंडियन हैं।
We already talked many times about the internal racism in India. Economic inequality, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, the middle classes is slowly going to the poverty. Now let's look at the China. China has one common language, no caste system and a strong national identity. That is what real unity looks like. So today we discussed 4 major reasons why India is not yet on the path to becoming a world superpower: pollution crisis, economic challenges, corruption, lack of unity. In next video we will discuss more critical reasons why India has still a long way to go before becoming a superpower or Vishwaguru. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you for listening and see you in the next video.